Toy Story is just Andy's imagination. The toys aren't alive. Alright, before I blow your mind with this theory, I gotta tell you about the tiny lost world I found inside a pink orange. Yes. Again, I was peeling one because I live dangerously, and suddenly I see a microscopic society of tiny little people farming even tinier crops. I screamed. They screamed. It was a whole thing. But here's where it gets weird. One of them was holding an iPhone. And I'm not saying that definitively proves we're all inside a simulation, but I am saying my phone battery has been lasting way longer ever since I ate that orange. Which brings me to Toy Story. Because I'm about to hit you with the theory Pixar doesn't want you to hear. The theory, Toy Story is just Andy's imagination. Look, I love Toy Story. You love Toy Story. We all sobbed when Woody said, "So long, partner." But what if I told you the toys aren't alive? What if every wild adventure, every dramatic rescue mission, every near-death escape from Sid's house was just a story Andy was making up in his head? They never moved, never talked, never went on any epic quests. They were just sitting in the car the whole time. The toys never got lost. Andy just imagined their adventure. You ever notice how every Toy Story movie follows the exact same pattern? A toy goes missing, but not really. The toys go on an epic quest to get back home. At the end, the toy just reappears where they should be. But what if they were never lost at all? Think about it. In Toy Story 1, Buzz and Woody get left behind at a gas station. In Toy Story 2, Woody gets stolen at a yard sale. In Toy Story 3, the whole gang ends up at a daycare by accident. And every single time, they make it back home just in time for Andy or Bonnie to find them where they should be. What if that's because they never actually went anywhere? Andy just imagined their whole adventure, then found them exactly where he left them. The gas station? They were in the car the whole time. Al's toy barn? They were in the car the whole time. The daycare? In the car the whole time. Pixar's not going to tell you this, but Toy Story is basically Calvin and Hobbes, but with a cowboy doll. Jessie the cowgirl belonged to Andy's mom, and nobody wants to talk about it. Let's get into the darkest secret in Toy Story history. You remember Toy Story 2, right? The one where Jessie the cowgirl gets her tragic backstory about being abandoned by a little girl? The little girl's name? Emily. Now, think about this. Emily was a kid in the 1970s. Andy's mom is the right age to have been a kid in the 1970s. Andy's mom has a strangely sentimental connection to Woody. And yet we're just supposed to accept that Jessie's old owner and Andy's mom are two different people? Nah. I don't buy it. Jessie belonged to Andy's mom. And that means Andy didn't just randomly love cowboys. He grew up with his mom's old cowboy-themed toys. Which also means his attachment to Woody isn't just nostalgia, it's childhood legacy. Toy Story 2 is really about Andy inheriting the past. Emily, aka Andy's mom, yeeted Jessie into a donation box and never looked back. And yet, Pixar just wants us to ignore this? Not on my watch. Toy Story straight up stole its plot from a 1977 movie. Oh, you thought I was done exposing Toy Story? Nah, buckle up. Because the whole first Toy Story movie, it's literally just a ripoff of Raggedy Ann and Andy: A Musical Adventure from 1977. Same plot, same themes, same a new toy arrives and shakes up the status quo setup. Raggedy Ann and Andy, toys come to life when humans aren't around. Toy Story, toys come to life when humans aren't around. Raggedy Ann and Andy, new toy arrives, threatens old toy. Toy Story, new toy arrives, threatens old toy. Raggedy Ann and Andy, toys go on an epic adventure to find a lost toy. Toy Story, toys go on an epic adventure to find a lost toy. Tell me, Pixar, what is the truth? Other movies that might just be a kid's imagination. You think Toy Story is the only movie that's secretly just a kid making up stories? Oh no, there's more. Home Alone? Kevin was never actually alone. His parents just locked him in his room for being a menace. The Sandlot? Benny the Jet Rodriguez was just a washed-up high school baseball player reminiscing about the time he almost stole home. The Goonies? Literally just a bunch of kids who found an abandoned basement, imagined pirate stuff, then ran home before they got in trouble. Basically, every movie from our childhood is just a long hallucination. Thanks, Hollywood. Like, subscribe, and help me find more lost civilizations in fruit. So let's recap. The Toy Story movies are just Andy's imagination. The toys were never actually lost. Jessie the cowgirl originally belonged to Andy's mom. Pixar straight up stole its plot from a 1977 movie. And yet, somehow, I'm the crazy one? Look, I don't have all the answers. But what I do have is another orange that I'm about to peel, and if I find another tiny civilization inside it, I'm declaring myself their god. Like, subscribe, and share this video before Pixar sends someone to silence me. And remember, if your toys are missing, check the car.